Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. It's a little dark in here this morning. I'm going to have to get some lighting, I suppose, because the days are getting shorter and winter is coming. Yes, winter is coming. I have some questions from a subscriber I'm going to read today and see if I can answer them satisfactorily for him. And his first question is, but smash that like button and subscribe before we begin if you haven't already, and welcome to my new subscribers. His question is, people say that if your mind is not strong, your physical is not strong also. Okay, it takes a disciplined mind to have a strong body. Because if you don't have the disciplined mind, you're not going to be able to be consistent with working out, training, whatever you're doing, running, swimming, going to the boxing gym, MMA, whatever you're doing. To have a strong body, you have to have a disciplined mind. Otherwise, you will not be persistent and consistent enough to build the muscles, to build the strength within you. You must have inner strength before it manifests on the outside as outer strength. You see these guys that are in the gym, these guys that are like really big and ripped. It took years of training to get that way. Now, most people aren't that disciplined because they don't have to do that. A lot of people will go to work for years because they have to eat. But there's no necessity of having to be that big and ripped unless you desire to be or unless you want to take care of your body. So you have to have a disciplined mind to have a strong, healthy body. It takes discipline when you sit down to eat and to stop eating when you're full. As here in America, as you can see, most people don't stop eating when they're full. Most people don't eat a good diet. And thus, they have a weak immune system. Many people here in the U.S. are very unhealthy because we've become so comfortable and made things so easy. It's kind of ironic. We have to work out to take care of our bodies because we don't have to work anymore because everything is made so easy. Well, some of us have to work. I still work because I like it. I have a very physical job. Now, in my case, when I'm working physically a lot, when I'm busy, I don't have much energy left for working out, but I still get in 2 to 3 days a week with the weights. But as I said, my job is very physical. I would not have to lift weights to stay in good shape. But if I want to look, if I want to look defined and more muscular, I still need to lift weights because it doesn't do the same thing, okay? His second question, how to be strong in both terms, physically and mentally. How to set our thoughts to be more beneficial to us and not procrastinate things that become an obstacle to us. Well, to build mental discipline, you have to strengthen your will. And a good way to strengthen your will, an easy example would be when you're sitting down at the table to eat food, just eat one less bite. Or I've even done this. You take one bite, you're chewing it up, go spit it out because you really want to swallow that. You really want to finish chewing it if it tastes good. But stop in the middle of that and spit it out. I know it sounds a little ridiculous, but it's a force of the will because your body wants to do that. But your mind controls the body unless you have a weak will. Okay, take the steps instead of the elevator. We always, as humans, want to take the easier, softer way. Take a cold shower. That'll make you uncomfortable. I do that. Take a cold shower every day. Yeah, I don't always want to get in there, but get in there until you are comfortable with the cold shower. The problem with people today is, at least here in the U.S., they don't want to be uncomfortable. To strengthen your will and your mind so you can discipline both your mind and your body, You have to do things that make you uncomfortable. Going to the gym is uncomfortable. I've stayed in shape all my life because I've chosen a lot of discomfort. Now, some people would say, well, that's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Because I like the effects. Comfort is a killer. Remember that. Comfort is a killer. Hey, I like comfort as much as anybody. But there's something about pushing your body, something about disciplining yourself, and it can be as simple as listening to someone talk. The problem with having conversations with people, we're always waiting and not listening, waiting for what we're getting ready to say, waiting for them to stop so we can speak. Instead of really listening, pause when they stop and then reply. I still catch myself doing it sometimes. So there again is a discipline. If you listen to people, listen, focused listening. Now, I listen to videos from YouTube all day from speakers that I enjoy, from content creators that really help me. But now I do that while I'm working. I don't get as much benefit out of that as I do from sitting and just listening. Just doing that, just focused listening. That will strengthen your will too. Anything you do that goes against your desire for comfort, or your desire of, actually your natural desires, a lot of times will build inner strength. It's not a natural desire to go out and run 10 miles, but I've done it. 20 miles, 30 miles, but I've done it. It's painful sometimes, but it builds your strength of will and carries over in other aspects of your life. One of the reasons girls are attracted to a man who is in shape, let's say has a six-pack, abs, and is really built, is because she can see that this man has inner strength. Girls are attracted to inner strength. Sometimes guys will see women with these older men, such as myself, that have some money, and she just wants him for his money. Well, there are gold diggers out there, of course there are, but what she's really attracted to, if she's not a gold digger, is his inner strength, because it took a certain amount of character and strong will to achieve the success he has today. He didn't just get that by sitting on the couch, eating chocolates or Doritos and watching TV or sitting behind an Xbox. He got that by using his strength of will. He is a disciplined man. Okay, the next question. How to stop bothering about the future and the past. Yes, that can be a difficult one. One day at a time, as they say. I used to struggle with that myself. How can you not be worried about the future if you have to pay your rent, or you have something coming up, or let's say you have a fight coming up if you're a fighter, or an event if you're in some kind of sports or whatever it happens to be. You will be afraid or worry about that, which is normal, but you don't have to worry about it until it comes. To live one day at a time means just take care of what is in front of you to do today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. I know many people live in the future and the past, and they don't live in the present moment. You have to focus on what's going on today. If you catch yourself thinking about the future with fearful thoughts, you bring yourself back to think about what is in front of you and what you're doing today. But then once again, that comes back with a strong will. The will is here to help you control your mind, and you have to develop that will. I heard of an exercise. You can take 50 matches, 50 toothpicks, 50, gumballs, whatever, and you take them and you drop them into a cup, one at a time, and you do it with a specific intention to strengthen your will, and you count them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, but you have to keep your mind on what you're doing with the intention that it is strengthening your will. Okay, and that's an exercise you can do to strengthen your will. I've never tried that one, but it sounds interesting. I do other things to strengthen my will, such as working out when I don't want to. Anything you do that you don't want to do usually strengthens your will. Okay, it's when we just go along with everything that's easy. Let's say you have to wash the dishes. You don't want to do it, but you get up and you do it. That is an act of the will. Okay, you have to do certain things. I have many opportunities here because I have the kids. They want me to take them somewhere. I don't want to get up. I just got home, okay? But I get up and I do it. I had to force myself to do that. It wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to just sit down because I've been working all day. So anything that during the day that fix your bed. Get up every morning and fix your bed. Get up every morning and take a cold shower. Brush your teeth, fix your hair, make yourself look well. All these little opportunities to strengthen your will. Organize your kitchen. Don't just throw things down. Don't just leave your bed a mess and your room a mess. Do it every day. That's why in the Army or the Navy or the Marines, they make them fix their bed every day perfectly. They have certain disciplines they do because this strengthens their will. And they need a strong will and they're going into battle. I mean, you got to have a lot of willpower to jump up out of the ditch and run towards people that are shooting at you with machine guns. I'm telling you. Fortunately, I missed out on all that. Okay, how to stop bothering with the future and the past. Second question, why do we feel incomplete sometime, even though we have everything we want in life? Now, that's a really good question, because here in the U.S., many people try to fill, and I guess around the world, if they have the opportunity, but here, they do it more so than other places because we have such an abundant society here. And one of the reasons you see so many overweight people here is they're trying to fill that emptiness that my subscriber here is asking me about. Why do we feel incomplete sometimes, even though we have everything we want? Well, I'm going to tell you something. Everything you have today is something you wanted yesterday. And you're going to have wants up until right before you die. You're probably going to want another breath. So you're never going to fill that emptiness with things. That has to be filled by you from everything you desire is within you. So how do you fill that emptiness? By looking within yourself, by looking to your God, whatever your concept of God is. Only he or she or it or whatever can fill. I prefer to call it it. I know we always use the pronoun him or él if you're Spanish, but I don't understand divinity, the universe, creative intelligence, God, whatever name you want to call it. I don't understand that. But I know when I believe that there's a part of me that is connected to something greater than me and greater than everyone, when I can connect with that, I don't feel like I need anything else. Okay, I don't feel like anything else is going to fulfill me. That is what fulfills me. Or center, your center. Some people say you have to stay centered within yourself. If everything emanates, is that correct? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. From yourself, then you have to look within. Everything you desire, you already have. Okay, and this emptiness, I understand that. For years, I tried to fill that with drugs and alcohol. But it wasn't until I became comfortable in my own skin. Okay, but I had to get the garbage out. All the shame, the guilt, the anger, all those things. Okay, before I could feel comfortable in my own skin. For years, I thought I would get the right girl and then my life would be good. Well, that's ridiculous too, because you're thinking that something outside of yourself is going to bring you happiness and fulfillment. It's never going to happen. You must look within to find that fulfillment and completeness you're looking for on the outside, because no one or nothing is ever going to complete you from the outside. Okay, that's all I have time for today. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.